G'day Dunks, how are you?
Good, thanks mate, how are you?
Going pretty well.
Awesome. You're looking a little bit older since I last saw you.
A few grey hairs maybe?
Yeah, what's that for?
Mate, the market's very busy out there, Duncan, and it's keeping me working hard.
Yeah.
All the first homeowners are really starting to create a real different impact on the Australian real estate market.
So what's that really mean for investors and people across the board with real estate?
Well, the government stimulus, which has been put in place now for about the last 6 months, is really starting to work. We're seeing signs of new economic or new demographic change within the Australian property market. A whole influx of buyers from Generation Y to Generation X moving into the real estate market, and we're starting to see sales volumes change. Affordability in the markets out there, a 5% interest rate market, and right now, for the first time in a very long time, real estate is now a very affordable commodity, and it's now cheaper to own than rent. So it's really starting to happen. It's dynamic. A few grey hairs, yes.
Yeah, got that. Okay, so if I'm a first home buyer, what do I do? How do I get involved? Where do I start looking? What do I pay?
Great question, Duncan, great question. Look, out there in the market, it's quite easy for people now to get themselves in a position where they can use the grant to borrow some money, get out there, and generally what we're seeing around that $350,000 mark or less, we're seeing great volumes of real estate sales. So how do you get started? How do you learn it and find out more? I'm a big believer in a little bit of knowledge, faith, and action.
Mm-hmm.
If you can take some time to consider those elements, you can start to learn how to buy the best possible real estate. I don't believe people should go out there and necessarily just buy real estate for the sake of buying real estate. I think the enhancement that the government's created is wonderful, and it's certainly going to help people start out. But you need to know and find out more. The reality is, buying real estate for the first time is a big decision for a lot of people, and it's a scary decision. Let's not make a decision which is irreversible, and let's put people into properties which are going to help them in the long run and create them wealth. I've seen more people spend more time on buying a suit than buying real estate. It's a fundamental flaw. People need to learn a little bit about real estate, and I guess that's your department, Dunks. How do they get out there and find a little bit more about real estate education?
Great. Look, education, most massively important part of this whole process. People, you're right, they'll spend more time finding about a suit. Get along. Each and every month in each state, a capital city around Australia, we have information evenings where people can come to. It's only about 2 hours long, but really informal. There's no selling, it's just coming in, sitting down and finding out and understanding the intrinsics about what the market's actually doing right now. And really importantly, the financial impact that it actually has on them. So we have a mix of speakers on each night that actually just give you some really good general information and hopefully some points for you to take home and actually implement into your lives. Then you choose to move forward, great. That's where you come back in, Sam, and you've got some great properties there, some appropriate properties for buyers to actually look at. So yeah, that's all about us. That's where the coaching comes in, or that side comes.
Positive Real Estate's been putting together property deals for the last 7 years, and we can help first investors get out there, first homeowners find some opportunities in the marketplace. So we both agree then, Dunks, it's probably a phenomenal time to be out there buying.
Definitely.
Rates are low.
Yes.
Affordability's never been better. Right now, people should get out in the market and learn a little bit about property buying.
Education, exactly.
I couldn't agree more. So how do people find out more?
Great, okay, well, as I said, each state, come to our website. You can register on our website, positiverealestate.com.au, and go onto the links there, and you can register for each city. Generally towards the beginning of each month. Come along, and we'll see you there and answer any questions face-to-face in regards to what you want. From there, we can sit down and create a one-on-one meeting for you where we can really strategize on exactly what you're doing, how you're doing it, whether you're first home or whether you've already bought a couple of properties. Come along, have a chat, and we'll see what we can do to actually fine-tune, make that 1 millimetre difference to actually move you forward with investing in property intelligently, not unintelligently.
Fantastic. Well, it looks like there's going to be a few more grey hairs along the way. I'll stand by for that one. Thanks a lot for taking the time to consider us. From Duncan and myself, appreciate you tuning in.
Awesome. Have a great day. Cheers.